I've been trying to create the ultimate meme folder by putting together all of the best memes from all the different times. And I had a giant meme folder on one of my Google accounts. I just downloaded everything, and it had like over 1,000 images, nearing 2,000. I went through every single Discord server that I've been in for multiple years, and I tried to go to the various memes that I've posted at different times and save all of them. I also tried to go to a lot of my favorite image boards that are a lot slower now, that don't update very frequently. Perhaps they have threads still on the main page that were started in 2020 or something like that. I'll go to those boards and I'll save the more classic images that I find. But in general, I see this trend on the boards and on the broader internet where memes are just trash now. There's no respect for the older stuff. I can't find the older stuff. A lot of it I have to go to my own videos. I have videos that are just like me talking over a series of images that I happen to have saved on my hard drive. And if I want those images back now, I have to literally go to my own videos and screenshot them and put them in my meme folder because I can't find the images anywhere. The images are nowhere to be found. I have scoured the internet looking for distinct images that I remember having that were big memes on WizChan, 420chan, 4chan, when they would pay respect to the older stuff, and I can't find it now. Like, I literally just can't find this stuff. But I've been trying my best to compile the ideal meme folder in order to have these pieces of internet history. And I feel very proud to say that I was actually able to recover some of the rooms, particularly interesting rooms that I found in the Battle Stations thread of the Hiki board on 8chan. So I actually have some of those rooms saved. Some of them are featured in my videos as well, the ones that I didn't have. And so I brought those over, but there were ones that weren't in the videos that I had on that folder. So I was very, very thankful to find that. But in general, a lot of the memes, because 8chan was more old school, a lot of the memes that were on that board I can't find now. It's a tragic thing because after 4chan started banning people for being more offensive, abrasive, and so on, 8chan sprung up, and it was literally infinite. You could make your own board could have its own culture, its own rules, its own moderation. You had the Hiki board, you had Late, you had A, for Christ's sake. A was popping off back in the day. I remember the 2018 anime season, the 2018 season. Everybody was effort posting about every single show, and you know I was watching the shows with them. Hell yeah, I was watching the shows with them. Being able to read that discussion was like life affirming for me. It was beautiful. It felt like a truly beautiful time to be alive. And what happens? Some lunatic idiot goes and kills a bunch of people and decides to live stream it on the website. The website gets boycotted by just about everybody. They have to go to the strangest sources to sustain themselves and change the fucking domain. And now it's just a cesspool of crypto scams and people treating each other like shit, and every single post is ugly because it all has this post is not endorsed by the owners of the website, blah blah blah, disclaimer on every single post. So not only have they scraped the bottom of the barrel to get web hosting, they have also degraded the quality of their own website by including this fucking disclaimer on every single post. It is maddening. It's a maddening thing to witness. And nobody who was on the old website who were good posters migrated to the new website, or the third new website, or the fourth, because they kept having to change. Nobody migrated over. And so what you had in the wake of the original site getting taken down or forced off the internet was a cesspool of crypto shills and people trying to get you to install executables on your computer that'll drain your MetaMask wallet. Hopefully that's what they would do in their minds. Hopefully for them, not for me because I don't endorse that kind of behavior. But it's awful. It's an awful thing. And nowadays, a lot of the classic memes that were posted by some of the old heads, some of the older school guys who migrated to 8chan from 4chan, those memes are just gone. I can't find them anywhere. I don't even know where those people are, to be frank with you. Where are they posting? They're not posting on WizChan. That place is full of Gen Z retards and new fags. The summer on WizChan is endless, I'll tell you. It is fucking endless. The summer has never ended, winter is not coming, and everyone on there is a fucking moron. So, what do? Like, do you go to fucking Lane Chan? Okay, I'm surrounded by pseudo-intellectual potheads who think they've found God by doing a basic equation for Algebra 2. Okay, good job. But, like, I don't want to be around that. 420chan went down because there were some creepy people on there doing very bad things. At least, my theory is that's why it went down. And so 420chan is dead. Most of the people on there were smoked out retards as well, but there were some good posters. Some, I'm assuming, were good people. And so what you had in the wake of that was a situation that was so incredibly sad. These people were pulled out, carted out, and treated like a dog. Okay? So 420chan dies, right? That's not even a good board. I don't have any nostalgia for that board, but I have a little bit, I guess. That website is down. Tono-chan, where the fuck is that? I don't see it anymore. The Rosin Maiden image board, the image board that was around since 2007, that was themed around Rosin Maiden, gone. That was one of my favorite places on the internet. The memes were like a crystalline, distilled version of the old internet. Right there, you had all of it. The memes were plentiful. People made new, old stuff. Now you have people on Twitter, these summer fags, these Gen Z retards, going on their mom's computer and coming up with something that is in the style of an old meme, but it doesn't have the essence of an old meme. You went to these boards and you would have people who would post things that were new but old. So they were new iterations of the old thing. You don't have people doing that on the internet anymore, and I think it's because all of the places that concentrated people to do that are fucking dead. Tono-chan's dead, 8chan is dead, 420chan is dead, WizChan is basically dead, the summer is eternal there, let me tell you, it's 100 degrees outside, and now you have this situation where, like, you're trying to go on the internet to have fun with other people and there's nothing there. It's all dead. They've migrated somewhere else that I don't know about. Maybe they're on a live board or something that only shows up at 4 p.m. Or they're just going on with their lives and not posting online anymore. And so I'm left here in my fucking room trying to go online to have fun with somebody, trying to see funny images, trying to collect all of the good images that are on the internet that make people laugh, that evoke a sense of catharsis in me because they're emotionally soulful, or they're aesthetically pleasing in some way. They evoke a feeling of humanity in me. All that stuff is gone because the websites are fucking dead. And so what do you do in a situation like that? You scour the internet for places that are similar, for places that will evoke a similar feeling, where everybody who used to be talking on those other boards have migrated, but you can't find it. So what do I do in a situation like this? You know, where do I go? It seems like I have no place to go. Because either everybody's moved on, or they don't care anymore, or there's somewhere I don't know about. There was something about those websites that concentrated the old fags who really cared about the memes, really cared about the culture of their board. There was something about those websites that concentrated those people. And then they would create this like crystalline distilled essence of the old internet in the things that they would create. They would post that. The post would go to the top because everybody liked the high quality post. And that was that. That was life on the boards. I'd wake up, I'd check them. I'd go to, before I went to sleep, I would check them as well. Because there was always something fun happening. And even the old posts were fun to read because there was a lot of effort that people put in them. They really cared about the culture of their board. You don't see that anymore. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, there is an A thread that will talk about something like who killed the internet or something like that. And then, for a while, it's non-political, it's people having fun, and then the thread dies. There's like one thread once in a blue moon on A that's like that, and I don't go on A most of the time for A because it's a cesspool as well. It's so many people posting like one short sentence about a show, saying nothing of value and then leaving. On 8A, you have people posting with so much effort. They post multiple paragraphs about the episode and then argue with the other guy in multiple paragraphs about the episode. They'd be going back at each other just like that. They'd mirror each other's energy and they mirrored the amount of effort that both were putting in. So you had this human cooperative system on these boards where people would just mirror each other. I put an effort here, you put an effort there. On these boards today, you have people disrespecting the culture because they have no culture and posting the most random bullshit nonsense. And it seems like they don't even understand the website that they're on. I don't like it, but that seems to be how things are. I've done it. I've succumbed to shorts after so long saying that I never would. I have done so many live streams and also personal rants that you have never seen because they were to my friends about how shorts are terrible and destroying the platform that is YouTube, and the guy who came up with them, who is now the CEO, is a fraud. I've talked about this a lot. I've talked about how I hate how the aspect ratio looks. I've talked about how I hate what it represents in terms of how this short form content is sort of poisoning a generation, to be quite honest with you. And how this short form content is like eating away at all of our attention spans and progressively making us more dumb. I mean, it dumbs us down. So it's not just the aesthetic of shorts that I hate. It's not just what they represent in terms of the devices that must be used to make a proper short. I hate that those are being inadvertently promoted by even having the format in the first place. But I also hate the way that they're dumbing us down and the way that they're eating away at our attention spans. So I'm not a fan of shorts. I don't like how they look. I don't like what they do. I don't like what they are. But I've succumbed to them. I've started doing shorts because it's what so many people are watching. Not a lot of people in my audience are watching them. But if I want to expand my audience, I need to include the shorts crowd. So I can easily take videos that are mine, where I made a point where I said something, edit it around or have someone else edit it around to make a compelling short, and then post that. People will get the general concept. Perhaps they're redirected to the individual video, and then they watch that video. That seems to be the formula that so many people across YouTube have at this point. That seems to be what they're doing. And it would be retarded for me not to jump on that bandwagon, not to do something in that vein if I want to catch more of those people. But I do sort of feel a sense of revulsion when I look down at my channel, the layout of it rather, and I see shorts that were posted when there's never been shorts on my channel, never at any point. I go all the way down to the bottom of the layout and I see them there, that ugly, long rectangular aspect ratio that looks awful. Frankly, it looks awful. But it's what people want to see. And it's how you engage with this platform at this time. It's taken me this long to come along and be with everybody else. And I'll show you my face now. It's taken me so long to come along and be with everybody else. You can be in the video, babe. You don't have to be so scared. And now I'm here, and I have shorts, and my channel, in my opinion, looks aesthetically worse because of them. Now, I got into rectangular video. Hello, Sophia.
I'm not wearing any shirt.
I think they would like that. I think they'd be a fan.
I don't think that the YouTube 2 ones would be a fan of that.
No, they would not be a fan of that. That Pajit that runs that person that runs the that runs the platform would not like it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow,
there's just so many videos that you make where I'm just like hiding in the corner like this.
I mean, yes. I mean, when are you not hiding in a corner somewhere? You're always just hiding in my room.
Pretty much, basically.
Yeah. But I got into rectangular video because of No Thank You back in like 2018 when he first started his channel. Some of the first videos he made were these videos of him. I really need to cut my hair, babe. No, you like it though. You like it the way that it is.
I like it long, yeah.
I want it to be short.
I think it would look cute short too, though. So.
But I got into rectangular video because of No Thank You. You know, his first couple videos were like that, and I just had this sense that if we're gonna go truly lo-fi, truly denpa, defying expectations, forging new paradigms, then sometimes you just have to whip out the camera and record in rectangular format at 240p. I mean, sometimes you just have to. You know, that was how I was seeing it. And can you hold this for a moment?
Sure.
Yeah. And like, okay, that's cool. I actually started using it for something, for a purpose. Usually it was in these longer videos that had like 4:3 and also 16:9 as like mixed use of footage. But as a rule, you know, generally speaking, I didn't use it. And then there comes along the shorts thing, and I see how on Osaka at Night and also on Outlaw's Executioner, which is a super secret channel of mine, multiple of my videos just automatically became shorts. And there I thought, here is the platform suddenly making a change to videos I uploaded in 2017, 2018, and so on, that were not meant to be categorized in this form. They were not meant to be in the shorts tab at the bottom. They were meant to be next to every other upload on my channel. And the same goes for the live streams. If I want to look through my channel in chronological order to understand... whoops, I almost dropped the camera there. To understand my trajectory in the past and where I was going, and like in general to jog my memory, because that's how I use a lot of these videos. If I want to do that, I can't unless I look at the dates of every single individual video from around that time and try to like compartmentalize in my head what exact time I posted this video versus that one. Now, generally speaking, I can do that. If I go to the live streams tab and I look at the date, I remember if it was posted after or before a certain video that might be on the same date. Because I remember my sense of time from that era. But what if I don't in the future? Like, what if my memory suddenly gets worse, and because the videos aren't right next to each other, I won't be able to know what exact time I posted it at? I'm aware how OCD and autistic this sounds, but I have both of those things. So I need everything to be neatly categorized, and the whole shorts thing completely undid that. They ripped it up. They said, no, we're going to put these at the bottom in chronological order, but not next to all the other videos that happen to be in chronological order, because we've arbitrarily decided that those count as full videos, these don't. I thought that was absurd, and I was so glad that OsakaSyndrome was spared from that kind of categorizing. Until now, because I have marred my channel with this shit, but that's okay. Because they did the same thing to my fucking live streams. You know, like, my live streams were put in a neat way next to everything else. They change it. So you have to go to the live tab in order to see all of the live streams. Thank you. So you have to go to the live tab to see all of the live streams. And I want to see them neatly organized. I want to see them neatly organized, but I can't. And it triggers my OCD really bad. It makes me really upset. And now I'm doing shorts. That's what I'm doing now. But it's okay because I'm having fun making them. I'm also having fun with other people making them because sometimes No Thank You makes them for me. And I pay him to do that.
Hell yeah. Okay, you can go. Hell yeah.
Oh, my hair is cut now. I got it like trimmed,
Yeah.
so it's mostly one length.
Sure.
And now I look like this, guys. Isn't that amazing? But you know what's not amazing? Being away from your significant other. This is something that I've had to grapple with given the fact that I am not working, and that even if I were working, the United States of America requires that you be above a certain income threshold that is simply impossible for me to be above if I worked literally any job around where I live that I would qualify for, assuming I got hired. So I would have to bust my ass working with all of the mental health problems that I have and all of the issues that come with me working. Not that I wouldn't do that. I've been willing to do that for my wife and for my family. But I would have to do all of that just to, at the end of the day, not be able to stay with her. Because the paperwork is immense, it's ginormous, and it is prohibitive in the sense that poor people, people who don't make enough, are excluded from the process of being reunited with their family. Because the immigration system in the United States necessarily relies on a certain presupposition. They presuppose that anyone trying to get into the country is bad, and therefore there must be certain rigid structures in place to prevent those bad actors from coming in and corrupting the nation somehow. It is negative. You are seen negative when you cross that border. That's how you're seen. You're negatively seen. And the attitude in Canada, while I have had difficult and bad and traumatic experiences with the border guards there, the attitude of the people who actually run immigration, the attitude of the people who put the laws in place for immigration, and ultimately the officers who enforce said laws, those people are much more reasonable. They do not presuppose that anyone trying to get into the country is bad. They presuppose something much more neutral. And that leads to a situation where when you're trying to unite a family in Canada, there is not a minimum income requirement in the way that there is in the United States. So even though I don't want to live there and have no interest in living there, that may be where I end up living. Because it's so prohibitive to actually stay in my country with my wife. The rules are so bureaucratic that I just may well end up there. And it's not that that's a bad thing. I don't find that to be bad at all, because ultimately my goal is to be with her. My goal is to be with her above all else. And whatever that requires is something that I'm going to do. And the problem now is that she doesn't have a lot. She doesn't have a lot of money. I mean, who can blame her? It's like she's trying to steer this ship by herself, and I'm over here not providing enough to substantially move us in the right direction. And whatever money I bring in, goes out the window right away because there are essentials that need to be gotten. So that's the situation I'm in now. And I have to think about the fact that my wife is going to be flying away from me. And it's a terrifying thought. It's a terrifying thought. And I don't want it to be the case. I feel as though I would do literally anything to prevent that from being the case. And so whatever I have to do, I will do it. I'm keeping this.